This next one, you know how halves of the body set up other halves when you're on your feet? If I shoot lower half, I can snap down. If I fake high C, I can go single leg. Like a half opens up a half. Same thing with top, right? You lean one way, he leans the other, right? And it opens up something on the other side. You guys, I'm sure, since you were really little, have all heard of wrist, roll through tilt, right? Across your back. That's like the easiest tilt in wrestling. We're gonna do that with a claw. So when I jam, instead of jam, pull, drape, I'm gonna jam and claw. Now, when I jam and claw, there's a couple things I need you guys to do. I jam, I dip my shoulder, and then I look at my palm. I look at my palm, and I close my palm on the back of his neck. A lot of people will claw like this. This is no good. If he quarter turns this knee up and clamps down really hard, go ahead and go. Quarter turn, boom, that happens. It gets shallow, no good. So you can step back a little bit. I look at my palm, I close my palm on the back of his neck, and then I make him check himself for deodorant, right? And make him sniff himself, just like that. Okay, I'm pulling it real tight. I want him to smell his own armpit. This is important. Okay, now, we're gonna roll across our back with the claw. So right hand is waist.
Waist.
Waist starts, but yeah, thigh pry, good. Right hand goes thigh pry, here, right? It's almost like a spiral, almost. So when I go, I still have my shin on his thigh. I roll across my back. It's gonna feel like you want his hips to change sides. You want his hips to stay in your pocket. You only want this half of his body, right here, to change sides, okay? So it's claw, I roll to my left, I pause, okay? Just for a second. Don't let this part open up. It stays pinched. The only thing that changes sides is his left shoulder's down. I need his right shoulder to be down. So I swivel my hips. I swivel his body over this one. Make sense? I change sides like that. Now, what really helps, if this shoulder's down, I want to get him over to here. What really helps get this part of his body to this side besides my claw hand? Thigh pry, push it down, I swivel this way. That pushes it past my knee so it stays inside my hips. Makes sense? Stays. I call this like a glass of water, right? If it goes like this, what happens? Water spills, right? Yeah, so I try to keep my knees up at all times, right? And little overflow is okay. This is no good because his hips come completely out. So I want my glass of water always to be up. Cool? So, it really sucks when I show it slow because it looks choppy, it doesn't look that good. When I go regular speed, right, it looks a lot better when I can roll through. Make sense? That's where you're ending up, teed up in swipes. So, one more time. How about this? When you go roll through tilt, what's your stopper? I call it a stopper because it stops him from rolling through. If I have my wrist and my elbows on the outside of his hip like this, I bury my head and I roll. He will roll right through. It'll look like freestyle. I'll roll, he'll roll right through. Now, if I take my elbow and I bury it inside of his thigh like this, when we roll, it's going to stop him from rolling through. I call it my stopper. I roll, I get to right here, and it stops. Go ahead and roll through, right? It stops him from rolling through. Now I can adjust and get my swipes. I don't have an elbow on this one because it's on the claw. So what acts as my stopper that stops it from rolling through? Where is all my focus on? Say it. Nope, I thought you said something else. My knee, my right knee. My right knee is the stopper. Watch. I roll. Watch my right knee. We're going to actually do it. I'm going to do it face the other way. Face that way so I can see my knees. Boom. Watch. I roll and I'm right here. Now let's say my right knee as I change over is going to go flat. Here, roll out. No good. But if my right knee is up, here, you can't roll out. Really important. Guys, from here, let's say I'm getting a 1, 2, and as he bellies out, I'm going to use my thigh pry to slip my leg in. Now I pull my thigh pry out, figure 4. All back to square one. You know what I mean? Just another way to get there. Even if you don't get swipes, it's a great way to get your leg in. Don't be afraid to roll across your back, okay? Don't be afraid. It's, I know it looks crazy. Oh my God, I'm going to my back. This is wrestling. I'm not supposed to be on my back, right? It's fine. Especially if you have control like this. I have pretty tight hips. I roll across my back. He's not going nowhere. Real quick story. I'm wrestling a guy one time. His name is George DiCamillo. He was a national runner-up from the University of Virginia. He wrestles Dean high on the finals like 2-3 years ago. I am 2-0 against George at this point. He's a very good wrestler though. Every time I wrestle him, I've like squeaked out a win. And it's funny because 2 moves I've shown today won me that third match. So he takes me down the first period and rides me. It took me down the first 30 seconds. First 30 seconds. And rides me the whole period. So how much riding time does he have? No.
2:30.
2.5. Good. 30 minute period. So 2.5 minutes of riding time. So it's 2-0, but on, you know, in our head it's what?
3.
It's 3-0, right? He chooses down. Sit up. He gets to his feet, okay? I lift and return. As I lift and return, I went thigh pry, claw. Here, here. So he starts to build up, right? Build, roll, boom, and I get a 2 count right into it. So I got 2 count, so it's 2-2 plus 1 riding time. He's winning 3-2. He escapes and takes me down. Like it was one of those like it was drilling. He was like, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, that was like first grade. How did that happen? Right? So he's up now, 5-2 plus 1 riding time. He's up 6-2. Third period. I've been ridden for years now by this guy. I'm not gonna choose down, right? Choose feet. I get a takedown, so 6-4. I'm just gonna add like pretend riding time's live, right? 6-4. I go to cut him. There's like 20-30 seconds left. I go to cut him. He doesn't turn fast because he's, you know, not stalling, but he's just lead management, right? There's no reason for him to rush. As he starts to turn, they don't give him 1. I just drop down on a high crotch. He sits the corner and he drapes over the back of my arms. Wrist, hook, roll. I get a 4 count, which in college wrestling is what? 4 points. So now I'm up 8-6 with about 10 seconds left. And off that scramble, he got an escape 1 point. I won 8-7. 2 moves. Crack down, roll up, and claw, roll through. 2 moves. Crazy, right? That was 6 points right there. The only other one was a cheap takedown that in the third period that I kind of rushed him on. But it was just funny that both moves that I taught today, I used to wrestle in that match. So, any questions, guys? We only got a couple more. I know we only have about 20 minutes, and we'll get you out of here. And then, if there is a live session tonight, we'll get after it. We'll have some fun, and we'll scrap. If there isn't a live session tonight, I'm probably gonna use tomorrow's session to go pretty hard, if that's cool with you guys. And if tomorrow's session is more than a 1-hour session, if it's a 2-hour session, it'll probably be like an hour of hard kill yourself drilling and an hour of good hard live that I'll put you through. What's up?
It is 2 tomorrow.
There's 2 sessions tomorrow.
No, it's
2 hours tomorrow. Okay, so if it's 2 hours tomorrow and we don't go live, I don't know what you guys are doing. That's what I'm saying.
Go to night, coach?
Yeah, we'll go some live tonight and then a 2-hour session.
Boom, so we'll go live tonight. I'll just put you through an hour live. 1 hour. I'll just put you through, I'll just call out the minutes I want. It won't be conditioning. It won't be like, all right, after live, we're going to do sprints. It's just going to be a straight live practice, but it's not going to be an open room. I'm going to put you through the time matches. And then tomorrow, still going to go hard because I have a really good drill I want to get through. And we're going to go about an hour of me putting you through some drills, and some good hard stuff. Then an hour maybe of more live, but mixed in with some conditioning, mixed in with some, you know, sprints at the end. Maybe we'll start off with a game. It'll be a good one tomorrow. Cool? So this is the last technique session, if that's okay with coaches. Right? Let's kick. Let's grind a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Cool? All right, let's get this roll through tilt. 1, 2.